To Stephanie. I'm trying out some new lighting in the apartment. I have a new super tiny Nordic style desk that I ordered on Taobao, which is the equivalent of like Amazon, only like much better in China. Much bigger, I should say. They both have their strengths, right? Wow, I can barely see in this light. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it up. Okay, so much for subtle lighting. So I'm at my desk right now, which is about this big, and then I've got like an extra little desk to hold all of the stuff I'm supposed to be working on. Yeah, it's actually working out really well. But that's not what the point is here. I do have a set of notes on things I need to talk to you about. So it's basically an update video, right? There's all kinds of celebrations and ponderings that are going to be happening in this video, and I don't know exactly how to say most of these because there's so much weird stuff happening right now. Like there's the subtlety of constant learning. Like at the beginning, especially the first few months, there was constant like epiphanies of newness and wonderful excitement and the joy of just new. The joy of new was pretty awesome. And that went away after a few months, right? And then it came back, and it generally, there's a deep appreciation. I keep doing a parallel to relationships where if you're in a relationship for a romantic relationship for a long time, or even a friendship even, to some degree, right? There's all of these periods where you're like, super warm, fuzzy about the person and the connection you have, and you really appreciate them. And then there's a lot of times that you just kind of go, they're there. They're that person. I like them, of course. They're in my life. But there isn't that jolt of excitement as in the beginning of the relationships. So there's the constant work. There's the constant light in our box. There's the constant HSK book stuff, and there's the constant reading stuff on social media, or trying to read stuff on social media that I can't. It's all learning stuff right now, so don't freak out on me. I'm not trying to learn super informal, idiomatic stuff. I know language levels, and I know I'm not even remotely close to that stuff. I'll let you know when I get there. So there's 3 things I want to tell you about that are on my list. And there's one thing that I started to write the number and I forgot what it was. So that might hit me. So there's either 3 to 4 things that I'm going to talk to you about pretty quickly here. So number 1 is HSK sign up. I talked about signing up for a few videos in a row, and I had to keep putting off going there because the online registration was not working right. There was something wrong with the system. It wasn't even the payment part, which is normally where I hit a wall, because as a non-citizen, sometimes there's an extra step or a dongle with a special code or something you have to do when you sign up for super secure things like a test like this, and that wasn't even the problem, so I was floored that it was a different problem. So I just went into the office of, I'm going to be taking it at a language school. For me, because my language level is so stinking low, I wanted a language school where there were bilingual people there, so if anything happened either during registration with the documents that I need to get reimbursed for it, or during the test itself, I could speak to someone. Once I get higher up in the levels, I'm just going to go for the closest place, But right now, I like the ability to communicate with folks should anything happen at any stage during, before, during, and after taking the test. So there's that. So I picked a local language school that was fairly easy to get to. Went there, registered for both HSK1 and HSK2, obviously not the same day. HSK1 I'm going to be taking at the end of April, and HSK2 I'll be taking at, I don't have my calendar here, but it's like mid to end of May. So they're about a month apart. But the way I'm going, I was supposed to take HSK1, sorry, this cold is just not going away. So yeah, you gotta drink lots of green tea to get rid of cold. Any excuse to drink green tea, right? You don't need an excuse. What was I saying? Oh, I was technically preparing myself to take the HSK at the end of March, HSK1 at the end of March, and then the registration didn't go through, shall we say, and I lost motivation in studying because I was so annoyed, mostly with myself for having given somebody else the power to decide if my test was going to go through or not, and I had a few, that and the cold that just keeps on giving, kind of threw me through a loop. So I went really, really full speed for a while, and then I halted, and now I'm back on track. So I should be fine. I've got only 2 more listenings in the HSK1 book that I've been using. And then there's a few I want to go back and look at specific parts of it, especially the 3rd part of the listening. Oh my God, that kicks my butt like crazy. I'm getting better at picking the right answers on it, but I don't necessarily understand what's happening. So yeah, go figure. But most, I haven't done a tally yet. My Leitner bag is in the other room. But the vast majority of the HSK1 words are well up into like level 4 and level 5 in the Leitner box. So I'm pretty confident that by the end of April, they will all have to be up to level 7. I will start going in there and artificially study them extra hard and push them up, but I think naturally most of them will be up in the level 7, if not out of the box completely. But for the first 2, when they hit number 7, I think I'm going to just reintroduce them in level 1 again and just go through, just to keep reviewing them. I think that just feels like the right thing to do at this time, because I don't trust my brain to remember them. So I'll use a time-space repetition system instead to help me remember them. This is funny. These are glare-free glasses, and the entire time I've had this channel, actually I have 2 pairs with the same kind of coating. It's supposed to be good for computers, but I have had the worst time with it being glary. I don't quite understand, but they're my only reading glasses that I have. I don't have non-glary ones. Anyway, I'm also right in front of the window to our apartment window, so that might be helping. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about, helping or hurting, because it's probably adding extra glare, as is this light right above me. Whatever. I keep making yay we hit 8,000 view videos and deleting them because they end up being really confused, really weird, or really bitter. And so we'll just do this. Yay, we hit 8,000 views like 2 weeks ago. We're at like 8,300. And the goal of this channel has never been to be a popular YouTuber. Nobody in their right mind would pick something so niche-y and talk so long, so giggly about something so difficult if they wanted to acquire many subscribers and many views. However, I think what the majority of the views are telling me is that people are coming to the channel. They may or may not stay that long. I don't spend that much time on that part of the statistics, but I'm able to reach more and more people. And my goal is to reach a lot of people, so that I can reach the people that are also studying the language, or people that are interested in the language or the culture, and to do that. So my goal is to reach people, whether they stay or not. It's completely their choice. It is a very niche thing that we're doing here, right? The reason why it's taking me so long to talk about this is because I started a new series of inspiring non-native speakers of Chinese, I still don't have the right title, inspiring speakers of the Chinese language. And I did Winston from Serpent ZA, sorry. I know better. A YouTube channel. And because he's so popular, when you're that popular, you have people that love you and people that hate you. And the people that hate him are very, very, very active online. And because his name was in the title of my video, they just went straight to the comments. So I got a bunch of views because I think the video started, and then they just either didn't listen to the video or the content at all, or they listened for things that they disagreed with, and then just started writing awful things about him in the comments. Up until the point of this happening a couple of weeks ago, I had deleted, I think, 1 comment from the comment section. Excuse me, what kind of voice was that? And I toyed with, when this started to happen a couple of weeks ago, I toyed with shutting down the comments completely, and I think I actually did that for all of 3 minutes. But then I just decided, hey, I don't have to do that. I can finally use my administrative rights and just delete the comments that seem to be that far off track. I'm clearly not Winston. I am not going to stick up for him to a big degree. I don't know him personally. I do like generally what he is doing on YouTube, and I especially appreciate that he uses the local language in his videos to do something other than just language learning. And that's what I was trying to highlight in my video. And the people that dislike his channel spent time going from video to video that his name was mentioned in and just left these awful things like defaming his character. Some people were talking about his language level and how awful it was, missing the point completely about my video because I was talking about him able to do something. I wasn't talking about full-on accuracy. I wasn't talking about, perfect tone. I wasn't talking about amazing pronunciation or being able to talk about abstract subjects. People really got off on long tangents, and I wasn't really sure what to do with this information. But since it was off topic, I started to delete comments. Some of the negative comments are still there because some of them are talking about language in a way that is connected to what I was saying or connected to a constructive criticism about learning a language, and they're up there. Some of them, unfortunately, are mixed in with some of the character stuff. I didn't want to go in, I don't think I can go in and massage somebody else's comments, and I don't really want to do that. But this is part of why we've gone from 8,000 to 8,300, and I'm just double checking right now where we are. In just a couple of weeks. Normally it takes me a month to go up 1,000 views, but because of this, how do I even put this? This exaggerated attention because of a video that I did about somebody who has both admirers and haters online, it's attracted this different population of folks that have artificially pumped up the numbers. So I didn't really feel like it was a deserved 8,000 views. Like I didn't feel like I really included more people in knowing about the channel and about what I'm trying to do here. I don't feel like I picked up on anybody who's learning the language. It sounded like a lot of those folks were locals who were just annoyed that Winston was saying anything at all that wasn't sunshiny about China. And that's not, I'm not going to generalize about all the comments, but it sounded like a fair bit of them were that. So I didn't really feel like celebrating. So I didn't know what to do. So I didn't do anything for a while. Yeah, right now, let's see, what is it? March 30th, and it's 8,362. Which just doesn't, and I got about maybe 10 more subscribers out of it. I don't know why people are subscribing if all they want to do is bitch about someone that I mentioned in one video. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. So and here's the part that breaks my heart about this, in the umbrella of people that came in and did the stupid stuff, I'm just going to be honest with you, the off track, the why don't you spend your time on something you enjoy instead of something you hate kind of bullshit that they did on my channel, and what they probably do en masse on his, but selfishly what they started to do on my channel is, in that bigger population of people that came in during that time, there are probably people who might actually be interested in what I'm doing here, and they might actually be doing something similar, but I can't tell because all I could see were the comments that were left. There might be in the new subscribers people that are actually very interested in this channel. Please don't think I'm talking about you as being one of those stupid commenters. Okay, I'm talking about the people that were completely, they just saw a name and started typing awful stuff without really paying attention to what the video was about at all. But because the numbers went up so fast, I have to assume that the views were because people were like, hey, she wrote about him, let's go hate on it. So I don't really feel like that was an honest, we finally reached 8,000 views moment. I know there are people that get 8,000 subscribers within a few months. I keep seeing them in my algorithm. And so I know that 8,000 views isn't even that really a big thing. But for something so niche-y, and for something that I normally talk to about, like with one or two other people in real life, I'm very excited to have a bigger audience that I can torture with this geeky stuff. So 8,000 views for me was a big deal, but this one was the first bittersweet milestone that I've had. So here's the delayed 8,000 views, and I really hope some of those were genuine people who were interested in this language learning analysis, not just in dissing somebody else. Those are the 3 things? Holy cow. Okay. So I think I mentioned in the last video, I have a new organizational system, which is just rocking my world. I tell you, on days when I feel lazy, I go, that's okay, because I've got so many clear lists now on what I want to do short and long term, that is just like, I don't have to remember anything. It's all written down in different ways that are so easy to access, that if I have those moments where I just do a little too much and my brain stops, I can go, that's fine, because I'm really on track with everything that I'm doing right now. 2 podcasts, a YouTube channel, studying Chinese. I've got 2 vacations coming up before August. Yeah, that's like the tip of the iceberg. So, it's taken me months and months and months of feeling overwhelmed, but unable to stop working on these things because I've been still working on other people's projects for so long that it's been really exciting to do only the things that I find really, really interesting. So I'm super excited about my new systems. So what will be coming up in this channel over the next few months? Here, or let's just talk about the next month, right? I hope to do a weekly newspaper video. I started to do video months ago, since reading newspapers is my main goal. One of my main goals, one of my main milestones, let's say, and then beyond that, there are other ones, but until I get close to that, I don't even want to think about those. But so I used to like take newspapers, and at least for a few videos, I was trying to read like the titles, because that's pretty much what I can handle until I get in the middle of HSK 3. I want to bring those back and do that weekly. I passed by my new neighborhood. I moved about 2 months ago. There are a lot of newspaper stands, a lot more than the old neighborhood, which is good. So weekly newspaper video, weekly Lightner Box /bag update video, burning question video. Did one of those this week, and it was combined with a walkabout video. Go check it out. Actually, I'm not going to put a link up here. I'm not very good at that. So go check it out in the video part, which I believe is right here. HSK listening update video. I did that a few days ago as well. A general update video, which is generally, actually I need to get rid of that. That's kind of what this is, right? Yeah, I don't need to get rid of it. Okay. A walkabout video. This week it was combined. I want to go back in to my pictures from Taiwan from 2003 and 2004 and see if there are any of the signs there. Although it's going to be traditional characters, I want to see if there are any of the signs there that I can read. So that can be like an indoor walkabout video, like a visual sensory Taiwan walkabout video. I don't know. Just a thought, because I have a lot of pictures from my time there and I could not read anything. Except for chicken, pork, and I think fish, but not what part of the animal on menus. I could read those, but that was it. I was not very good at this then. I want to answer more of your questions in videos. I suck at that. I tend to reply too quickly with words, and then they don't end up being videos. So more questions. If you have any questions about, and I'll really leave this open, about language learning, about where I'm living in China, the resources I'm using, if there's anything, if you've joined us after I started the whole Lightner Box, after I've started studying for HSK, there's probably a lot of questions that you have that I covered in videos that are buried deep in YouTube. Feel free to ask me. I'd love to answer those questions via video, because if you have them, other people have them too. I'm sorry to keep pointing to you, but I so appreciate that you're here and that you're listening this far into the video. So viewer feedback. And I'm not going to stop with the inspiring Chinese, non-native Chinese speakers folks. I'm going to keep doing those videos, even if it is with people that are unpopular with some folks. I'm going to keep going because I think it's important to see people who aren't your typical Chinese speaker. I think it's important to see them using the language so fluently that it's not meant to just show off that they can use the language. It's meant to show something else, but it just happens to have language nuggets and functional language and meaning is conveyed all over the place, and I really like those videos. I have a couple in my head that I need to actually get on video, and that will be coming very, very soon. All right, so thank you again for watching this creature, and this is, I guess this is, oh, wait, where's my, I'm going to actually mark this down. Today's the 30th, and this is what I love, like, for YouTube, here's my list of videos I want to make every week. I put the day it's done. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. Instead of saying, what's the last time I did blah, every week I'm going to have this list of videos, and I'm going to make sure that I do this kind of video. Some of them may end up being the same day with the same hair, same clothes, whatever. You're gonna have to deal with that because some days I have a lot more time than others. Oh, but the content will be thought of ahead of time, and eventually I will figure out how to buy glasses where I can still see, but without this glary stuff. Oh, I think I know what it is. It's the computer screen that was right in front of me. Didn't I do that before in a previous video? Oh, it's not just the computer screen. What is that screen? Oh, that's very weird. Can you see that? I think that might be... I don't know what that is. Can anybody see what that is? Can you see this blue stuff on here? There's no other like the TV's in the room over there, but it's dark. We haven't even turned it on since we moved in. That looks like a computer screen, but there's no other computer in here. There's some blue lights outside, but they're thin blue lights that run the whole way down the buildings. I have no idea. Sorry. That is far too much looking into my eyes. I'm so sorry. I think that officially counts as a first date. Shh, don't tell my husband. All right. So, thank you for watching, and a lot more soon, apparently. Satyan!